guys, what is going on? It is your host Marco Medina back here on the Medina show, and today we're actually going to be talking about cameras. So my main shooter, the thing that I love to shoot with right now, is the Canon 70D, which is this one right here. I rock the 18 to 55 millimeter lens. This is my favorite lens because when I do those wide video views, this is the best lens that I get the whole picture in it. This is the base lens, by the way. It came with the camera. The second base lens that I use with this camera is this 55 to 250, and this one gives you those long, really nice shots that you're trying to like zoom into people and get those detailed shots. This is a great camera for that. Like I said, both of these are with Canon. I got a little pouch now where I carry like all my batteries and memories, and with low light situations I always like to carry 50 millimeter lens because it allows you to get the aperture of 1.8, so in low light situations you can get some really nice detailed shots. It doesn't have any zoom, so you really have to work with your angles and have to work with your pictures, but it's a great lens for low light. You get this nice automatic and manual focus depending on what you would like to do. This video is actually inspired from CAFFEINE and OCTANE because a lot of people everywhere around there have cameras, whether it be Nikon, Canon, Sony, and a lot of point and shoots. Like my favorite right here, this point and shoot right here, Canon, that I used to play with all the time. Oh look, it still works. No memory card, but it still works. So this right here, this Canon PowerShot ELPH 135 is my first camera. I actually enjoyed this camera a lot. Battery time in this is pretty good. You can get up to 64, 128, whatever SD card you want to put in there. The low light situations or even the really bright light situations were really bad. The microphone wasn't great, but the ability that it was so portable and you can just beat it. I dropped it and it has a bunch of dents everywhere, and this camera is still working and still good. I love this camera, and eventually I want to do a challenge of creating a whole video again with this camera now that I know a little bit more about video editing and how to work with the settings a little bit more. At the time I was bummed out because I thought that my YouTube channel wasn't growing because my quality wasn't that good, and I like to express on this channel that quality is very important. Quantity is more important than quality, but quality is very important. So I was mad at myself because I didn't have enough funds and I didn't have enough creativity to work with this camera. So I was really begging to my friends and family that I needed a DSLR. If I had a DSLR, I was going to create better content and my channel was going to grow a lot faster and I was going to get found a lot faster. That wasn't the case because my friend actually sold me, not this one, but he sold me, and let me see if I can find a mirror to show you guys what I'm recording this on. Okay, surprisingly I don't even have a mirror in my house. I only have the bathroom mirror, so let's go to the bathroom so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this right here is the Canon D5100, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. The Canon D5100. And this is my second shooter. This was my main shooter for a very long time, and I was still mad at this camera because I didn't like the quality that it was giving me. Now today I decided to bust it out so you guys can see it all in its glory. I got the base lens 18 to 55, and I'm rocking the cheap Amazon microphone that I got on Amazon. Let's go back to the tripod because this is weird. So my friend actually sold me this camera. His stepmom was a photographer and she had this camera laying around. She had upgraded to a way better camera. And while I do believe Nikon is very good for photography, I didn't even know at the time because I was shooting all of my videos in automatic movie settings because I didn't know how to play with the manual settings, the shutter speed. And this camera's not the best one for video, but at least I could have learned a lot more about the shutter speed, the exposure, the aperture on this camera. And I didn't. I just shot everything in basic movie mode. I didn't even play with any of the settings. So I was still mad at this camera because it didn't deliver the quality that I wanted. And I believed that if I didn't have the right amount of quality, then my channel was meant to be bad, and that's why it didn't grow. So I went ahead and I bought the Canon 70D. Now this is big boy status. I don't even know why I have this camera. This is big boy status. Like, this camera delivers amazing shots, photography, film, everything. That's an expensive camera. I mean, when you're not a filmmaker and you're not making a lot of money for the films, a lot of money or none of money at all for the films that you're making, then that's an expensive camera. This D5100 is like a starter camera, and then anybody could buy this camera. And actually, a great camera that everybody has is this camera. Now with the iPhone 7, the camera is absolutely amazing. If you hook up a microphone to it, you put the phone in front of a window so you get a nice light like I'm doing right now, that camera's amazing. You just have to work with what you have. And at the time, I wasn't doing that. I was just mad at what I had, and I wanted better. I didn't know that my story actually sucked, that my video sucked, that I didn't even have a premise for what I was trying to create. I was just mad at the quality that I had. And this was great quality. When I look at great filmmakers back in the day, they all rock this. You can go ask them. They all use this camera, and what made them better than me is that they had a right story and they actually edited it. Because once you get it off the camera, you can actually edit it and you can do a lot of things with it. It's just that we don't. We want this to go straight into YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and we just get mad when the quality is not good enough. So I got this, and then I got the Nikon, and I didn't play with the Nikon. I'll show you some of the videos. I'll put them in the little cards or in the description down below. Some of the videos that I shot with the Nikon, and they're great videos, but they were all shot in automatic movie mode, not even nowhere near manual mode. So I shot all my movies in automatic movie mode on this Nikon, and then my friend was like, hey, if you wanted to record this little commercial for us, I will gladly let you do it for free. So I was like, great, let me try it. I want to do it. Let me do it, please. So I went and bought this cheap microphone on Amazon. It's not the best microphone, but it was only like $50, and it was a great microphone to start out with. I don't like how it works, and I might be upgrading for a better one for my Canon setup. But for my Nikon setup, it's amazing. It's one of the best microphones that I could use, so I can learn a lot more about audio quality, because that is very important. So that's my little rant. This video is going to be raw, unedited, well, a little bit of crop and a little bit of touching up here and there on the audio, but no music, no little sound effects, no none of that. This is just a raw explanation. The type of gear that I use right now, like I said, my main shooter is the 70D, my backup shooter is the Nikon D5100, my portable shooter, I do want to try using again this ELPH 135 from Canon, and if all out fails, I always have my phone. So just use what you have and create what you have. Here's a quick little montage of all the cameras that I see at Caffeine and Octane at Perimeter Mall here in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's really hard when you see all these people and you have in your mind that your camera is not good enough. It's really hard to succeed or not even be comfortable editing or filming, because you look around you and everybody has cameras, everybody has better gear than you, and everybody just appears to be better than you. But if your story is better and if you're true to your story, your video will do much better than them. Another key thing to remember is how fast you work on your video and develop your idea and actually make it real. Because a lot of these people go there, take videos, take photography, and they take like a week or 2 weeks to actually edit it and upload the videos. Some of the people actually go home and edit the photos and videos, or they don't. They just put them up on YouTube as they recorded them and put them up and don't even polish them or anything. So just remember, guys, don't get discouraged from what you see other people have. Just worry about what you have and what you can work with, and how you can work with what you have to make a better story, and eventually it will click and everybody will recognize that you have the better story and people are actually getting to follow you and not them. Anyways, guys, this is a quick little montage. I'm sorry for my little rant today. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Let's check out all the cameras that I see, and at the time I will get discouraged. Here's the montage.